Okay, here we have an example of perfect square trinomial. How can I factor this trinomial? Okay, the best way to factor a trinomial is always trying to find out if they have anything in common. I can see that the first one has x, the second has x, but the third does not have. So that means that they don't have anything in common to each other. So I cannot use greatest common monomial. That means that I will have to use the method of the two parentheses, right? I need to write down two parentheses first, and then I will have 1x here and 1x on the other one, right? And since the signs are different, here the first one is a negative because of this sign, and the second parenthesis, how can I find out the sign of the second parenthesis? I have to multiply this times this other one. So if I multiply negative times positive will give me negative again. And now what is the last step is to find two numbers that multiplied would give me positive 49 and added would be negative 14. So that means that two numbers that multiply would give me 49. I can find the factors of 49, right? Let's find out the factors of 49. So 1 is 7, and then I have 7 and 7 and 1. Those are the factors. I think these are the two factors of 49. If I multiply those two numbers, I will get 49. And if I add those two numbers, let's see if I get the 14, right? And yes, I get a 14. So that means that the numbers should be 7 and 7, right? Because negative 7 times negative 7 will give me positive 49, and negative 7 plus negative 7 will give me negative 49. So I get this term and this other term. That means that my factor is correct. And here is the thing, why it's called perfect square trinomial? Because at the end, the factors that I found are the same, right? Because one parenthesis says x minus 7 and the other is x minus 7 again. So I can rewrite my answer and I can say that in this case, the factors would be x minus 7 squared. And that's why it's called perfect square trinomial, because of the square at the end. That's the reason why it's called perfect square trinomial, and that's the way you factor this kind of trinomials.